Hey you guys, it's Destiny back here with another video, and you're watching the Desamania channel here on YouTube. And for the first time in months, my TNA reviews are back. It's the first one I reviewed since May, so yeah, I've missed a lot. What an interesting episode of TNA Impact that was. I didn't think the first half was all that great, but the second half was pretty good. Especially what happened in the main event. We'll get to that in a little bit, but if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new content. Like the video, share the video, all that fun stuff, and let's get right into it. This is your TNA Wrestling review for November 13th, 2025. I haven't done one of these in a little while, so if I miss anything, I apologize. Sorry if my voice sounds kind of weird today. I'm kind of congested, so. Alright, we kicked it off with Mike Santana. He came out and basically celebrated his title win from Bound for Glory and challenged anybody that wanted to face him for the title. Ryan Nemeth comes out, well, not before Mike Santana called out Nick Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth comes out and he's like, I want a shot at your title. And Santino makes the match for later in the night. And then we have Ava Raine and Santino in the ring. Ava is from NXT, the general manager. I believe she's actually also, she's The Rock's daughter, if I'm not mistaken. And we had one of the matches for the evening. I think there was only like 4 matches or something. We had Indy Hartwell versus Danny Luna. Luna won via disqualification because Indy hit her with a chair. Apparently, they've been feuding for a few months. I've missed a lot since I've been, haven't been reviewing these, so I'm still trying to figure out what all has been going on since I last watched it. So, Eric Young, he had a backstage promo. I guess they're calling themselves the Cleanse now. I guess it's their new faction name instead of the Northern Armory. Eric Young and Sinner and Saint, Travis Williams and Judas Icarus. But he cut a backstage promo, or I don't know where exactly he was, but that happened. I don't know, I kind of like Eric Young leading his own faction. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. I liked when he was with that group, Violent by Design, in 2020, 2021, whenever it was. I think it was 2021 because he came back in 2020 at Slammiversary that year. Let's see what else happened on this show. There was some backstage segments. There was one with Kalani Jordan and I think it was Zaya Brookside, Lang Lee, and Mara Shanae or something, I think her name is. I don't remember. I haven't watched TNA in months. But they were confronted by Connie Jordan, who defended her title against Heather by Elegance. Apparently, Ash by Elegance is retired. We're not sure why that is. I think she wants to keep that private, which I respect. I think she had an injury or something. Obviously, maybe it wasn't an injury, maybe it was something else, but I respect if she wants to keep it private. It's really none of our business. But let's see. Cedric Alexander, he took on Jason Hotch. It was a really good match. Alexander won, and then the Order 4 members come out and attack him. And then the Hardys make the save for Cedric Alexander. A lot of the key matches for Turning Point. I will be doing a review for Turning Point tomorrow. First pay-per-view review since September. I haven't reviewed any pay-per-views since September. I'm going to try to review Survivor Series this year, so stay tuned for that. And then a lot went on the show. Elijah, he came back, did a concert. Order 4 wasn't done. Elijah was doing his concert, he was doing his thing, and they came out and they were like, no, you're not gonna have this concert. And they came out and challenged the Hardys and I almost said Josh Alexander. Cedric Alexander to a match at Turning Point tomorrow, so that match is official. Connie Jordan did retain her title over Heather by Elegance. And then if I'm missing anything, like I said, I apologize. And Ava, Rain, and Santino, they said they wanted to make this partnership official. Or not official, but they wanted to make sure everything was cool between the TNA and NXT stars. Well, that wouldn't be the case later on in the night. We'll get to that in a second. This is probably the most interesting thing on the show. No Joe Hendry on the show. I'm not sure where he is. I don't know if he's done with TNA or if he just wasn't on the show this week. I don't know. But no Joe Hendry on the show. But let's see. We had Ryan Nemeth and Mike Santana for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. The match got thrown out because at first I thought Steve Macklin was attacking Nick Nemeth backstage. I guess Nick was gonna go out and cash in his call your shot gauntlet thing. But see, this is so weird. They should have just had Frankie Kazarian win it 2 years in a row, and we could have just been done with this. But it got resolved, I hope, tonight. So I guess what happened to Bound for Glory was that Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian both won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. I guess it's kind of interesting. I've never done that. It's something they've never done, but I also think it's kind of confusing. Also, at the same time, but whatever. So anyway, I thought Steve Macklin had attacked Nick Nemeth backstage, and I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense because it's going to be like Frankie Kazarian and Nick Nemeth against Mike Santana and Steve Macklin at Turning Point. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Macklin's gonna save Santana from getting his title stolen. And then, no, it turned out it was Brooks Jensen, Lexus King, or Brian Pillman Jr., whichever you want to call him, and Robert Stone. They came out and beat the crap out of Santana They were the ones that attacked Nick Nemeth backstage, apparently. Macklin comes out and he tries to help Santana. The Rascals, they came out. Oh, I forgot to mention this. The System are facing the Rascals and some tag team partners of their choosing, I think, at Turning Point. Apparently Dirty Dango, or Johnny Dango Curtis, is retiring in January, I guess. And then they made the challenge, the Rascals did. So I guess the System are baby faces now? I don't know. I don't know what that is. But, okay, whatever. But anyway, Robert Stone, all them, they come out and attack Mike Santana. And they leave the building. You think the show's over. So Mike Santana's gonna go to the back and have medical attention, and then Frankie Kazarian's music hits. And this was shocking to me because I didn't think they would do this. I thought they would save this for like a bigger thing. Like, I figured they'd save this for a pay-per-view. Kazarian hits the fade to black on Mike Santana. Mike kicks out of it, and I'm like, oh, okay, Mike's gonna retain here. Frankie's gonna lose another shot. And no, he doesn't. He wins the freaking title. Frankie Kazarian is your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know that I like that they did this before Turning Point, but then again, I kind of think it's kind of cool if you... I don't really like how short Santana's run was with the title. I kind of hope he gets it back. Not kind of, I do hope he gets it back. I like Frankie Kazarian and all, and I like that he finally won the TNA Heavyweight Championship after 22 years of being on and off. What is it, 22 years of being in and out of that company, but he finally did it. I just don't like that it was at the expense of Mike Santana, and I don't like that it was this soon. I think you could have done something cool with the whole call your shot gauntlet winners, having 2 winners and stuff, but that's just me. Frankie Kazarian is your new TNA World Champion. I have mixed feelings about it, obviously. I like it, but I also am kind of like, did you have to do that to Santana this soon? I kind of was hoping that you'd let him run with it for a while until you decided to put the belt on Frankie, which I would have been fine with. I just kind of wish they would have done it a little later. Because now I kind of feel like you just wasted Mike Santana's win at Bound for Glory, but then again, it was also kind of a shocking thing that happened. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. We'll see how Nick Nemeth plays into this. Is Nick now going to call his shot on Frankie, or what? How's this going to work? I don't know. But that's your TNA Wrestling episode review for this week. Sorry, I'm a little rusty doing these. I haven't done one of these in months, so bear with me. I'm going to try to get back into doing AEW reviews next week, too, so stay tuned for that. I make no promises, but I'm going to try to do an AEW review next week. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Turning Point. I'll be reviewing that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for that. Have a good night, peace, and God bless you. Thanks for watching.